annual Commonwealth Day service at Westminster Abbey is one of the highlights in the royal calendar. It's a time when all members of the royal family come together to celebrate the Commonwealth and to honor the Queen, and the 2022 event is set to take place tomorrow. The COVID-19 pandemic forced the event to be cancelled last year, but the last service, held in 2020, was also the final royal engagement for Prince Harry and Meghan Markle. Weeks before the event, the pair made the bombshell announcement they would be quitting as senior royals and leaving the UK. For the service, Meghan memorably wore a vibrant green Emilia Wickstead cape dress that started blowing in the wind as she left the Abbey. And according to Christine Ross, the editor of the blog Meghan's Mirror, Meghan used the dress to send a secret but powerful message. She believes that it was a clear signal to the designer and to the people who claimed the two women had a complicated relationship. Speaking previously on the Mirror's royal podcast Pod Save the Queen, she said, "One of the most iconic looks is going to be her green Emilia Wickstead cape dress. That cape blowing in the wind as she walked into the church and then walked out of the church, which was such an emotional moment for so many people as it was their last formal engagement as royals. That green dress will stand out in history books, I think." She then went on to explain the complicated story between Meghan and Wickstead, which came from an interview the designer did with a magazine. Christine says that Wickstead described Meghan's wedding dress as simple, and taken out of context in other reports left many believing she was criticizing the dress. She said, "It was a pull quote from a larger interview, she really didn't say anything negative. People thought Emilia Wickstead had really wronged Meghan, and it turned out that Emilia Wickstead hadn't wronged Meghan, it was a pull quote." Maybe a month or so later Meghan actually wore a custom Emilia Wickstead dress, and that situation shows the power of Meghan's fashion choices. She was able to say with this fashion choice, "Emilia Wickstead and I are great. We're on great terms, that whole thing was a huge misunderstanding and look at the lovely dress she designed for me." In other news, Thomas claimed the Duke of Sussex urged him to avoid talking to all reporters, a suggestion he claimed the royal couple has failed to abide by themselves. Speaking on remarkable friendship, he said, "It amazes me that a man that tells me, 'Don't talk to anyone,' rides on the top of a bus down Hollywood Boulevard doing an interview. It amazes me they go on Oprah Winfrey for hours and sat there for hours and talk and expose things they shouldn't be exposing to anyone. And I think it's so disrespectful to the royals. I have great respect for all the royals." Prince Harry last year appeared on The Late Late Show with James Corden, drinking high tea on a double-decker with the presenter as he discussed life after stepping down from the royal family. And the couple most notably sat down with talk show host Oprah Winfrey for a 90-minute interview in which they leveled a series of accusations about the treatment they received while still working members of the family. Meghan Markle has not met with her father Thomas since before her wedding to Prince Harry in 2018. The former lighting director was reported to have struck a deal with paparazzi to take pictures of him in Mexico showing him preparing for the royal wedding. He ultimately failed to attend the ceremony due to health issues, and the newly minted Duchess of Sussex was walked down the aisle by Prince Charles. Thomas has repeatedly spoken out over the years in a bid to secure a meeting with his daughter, but his attempts have so far fallen short. The pair were also in dispute after he released a picture the Duchess wrote to him as he accused Meghan Markle's friends of making false claims about him in an interview. The Duchess later sued Associated Newspapers for releasing the letter, with Prince Harry saying in 2019 he and Meghan had to take action against relentless propaganda. He said, "I lost my mother and now I watch my wife falling victim to the same powerful forces." In a statement released after the Duchess won the latest stages of her legal challenge, she said, "In the nearly 3 years since this began, I have been patient in the face of deception, intimidation, and calculated attacks." She added, "The courts have held the defendant to account and my hope is that we all begin to do the same. Because as far removed as it may seem from your personal life, it's not. Tomorrow it could be you. These harmful practices don't happen once in a blue moon, they are a daily fail that divide us and we all deserve better."